Hey everybody, it's T-Bone from the Lungs B Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Friday night. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for the WARNO. The WARNO comes to you every Friday night and tells you about things happening in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. Usually, it's comedy related, but we try to slip in some other things whenever we can. The WARNO takes place every Friday night at 6 p.m. over the course of one beer. Normally, I drink beers that are donated to me for me to try. And for all of you that have donated beers this year, thank you so much. I've enjoyed trying the different beers you've given me. Beer Snob Dave gets a special shout out. Andrew, thank you so much. Safety Michelle, thank you so much. JB, thought I forgot you. I didn't forget you. Thanks for all the beer you've donated so far this year. Keep it coming. Tonight's beer is a nasty blue. The best of the best. It won a blue ribbon in 1839. And it is called the Blue Ribbon. Nastro Azzurro. It is my favorite beer in the world. The only beer in the world I can recognize by smell alone. I chose to go with a nasty blue tonight because I am expecting a guest. And when I have a guest in my home, I may drink more than 2 beers. And if I'm going to be drinking more than, no, at all, I don't mix. I've been drinking my entire life. I started drinking at 5. I don't recommend that. I've been drinking my entire life. And one thing I've learned in all of those years of drinking is never mix. Drink something and stick with it. And if they run out, you're done. But if you don't mix, you don't get sick. So the WARNO lasts the length of one beer. Tonight, Nastro Azzurro. Italy's premium beer. Scumarelli's, or Moritos, or whatever the heck it is. God, I love that. I do love that. I have to open that up so I can see comments over there. I have to turn it down. Okay. I see the most important people in my life are on the Facebooks, and the lesser important people are on the TikToks. Let me tell you what's going on in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area tonight, Friday, June the 20th, post Juneteenth. Okay? At the Parks Casino in Shippensburg, the loosest slots in Shippensburg. They're the only slots in Shippensburg. In the former Home Depot, over in the garden section, or what used to be the garden section, our friend, the funny and beautiful Karen Kay, will be opening up for the Amish, Raymond the Amish comic. Why did I laugh when I said that? It's because I mean it. That's why I said it. No, because when I was talking to the TikTokers earlier, it was about whenever you introduce a female comedian, you always say the very funny first and foremost. Gotta be funny. And then you compliment them on their looks because it's the polite thing to do. Even if they're a haggard, you still say the very funny and beautiful. Always. It's the right thing to do. The more you know. That show starts at 8 o'clock. It is free to get in. Recommended that you get there a little early, get yourself a good seat. They don't seat a lot of people. And let me tell you, I realize you're at a casino, but you're actually saving money. Because Raymond the Amish comic is a special show at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. It costs $30 to see that dude, and he comes every year. But you can go down to Shippensburg, the loosest slots in all of Shippensburg, in the former garden section, and you can see him for free, along with the very funny and beautiful Karen Kay. Show starts at 8. Get there early to reserve yourself a good seat. It is free. Can't beat it. And that is the only thing going on in the Casino Triangle that is the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area tonight. You still got plenty of time to go down there and check that show out. I gotta take a sip. I gotta figure this thing out. I don't know. I don't know why my friend is at the American Legion parking lot, because that's nowhere near where my house is. We're going to find out. All right. Saturday. 110 Lime Kiln Road in New Cumberland, inside the Boomerang Sports Hotel Casino Resort Complex, is the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. The Harrisburg Comedy Zone on Saturday night. Show starting at 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7:30. Here's what you can expect. 10 very funny people are going to reach into a magical hat of mystery. They're going to pull out things, and they're going to make funny happen. It's fun to watch. It's called Poop in a Hat, because we can't say bad words. It's Poop in a Hat, right? Let me tell you who you can expect to see tomorrow night at the Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, starting at 8 o'clock. The very funny and beautiful Mike O'Donnell. That was for me. Mike O'Donnell is your host. He's going to be leading the other 9 people that I have committed to memory, and I'm not going to screw this up. I'm going to screw this up. Listed in alphabetical order, Andrew Brooks is the first name I see in my brain. Charles Baynard is the second name I see in my brain. And when I see the second name, I realize they are listed out of alphabetical order on the flyer. Thanks, person who made flyer. Andrew Brooks, Charles Baynard. Charles Baynard is followed by Dana Cherry Tunchik. You don't think I had to practice that name? The very funny and beautiful Cherry Tunchik, Dana Cherry Tunchik. And she is followed by, I am not going to look at those notes. I am not looking at those notes. Dylan Gaffney. Dylan Gaffney is followed by Andrew Glessner. Andrew Glessner is followed by the funny and beautiful Karen Kay. Karen Kay is followed by, one step over, Jeff King. Not your Jeff King, my Jeff King. I know Jeff King's. And after Jeff King, it's Damian Robinson and Manny Santiago. I nailed it. The tickets are $10. Doors open at 8. And this is another Lunsby special, okay? If you go there and you lean in to the desk and you say, T-Bone sent me. For an unnumbered amount of people, I will pay for your entry, okay? All you got to do is say the phrase that pays, baby. All you got to do is lean in real quiet, like, so the other people can't hear you. And you say, look, you got to do that. You got to look both ways. You got to check your 6. And you lean in and you say, T-Bone sent me. I'll pay for your admission. You just say $10 right there, okay? So that's tomorrow night. Again, doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. Let's see if I can name them all again. The very funny and beautiful Michael Donald, Andrew Brooks, Charles Baynard, Dana Cherry Tunchik, Dylan Gaffney, Andrew Glessner, Karen Kay, Jeff King, Damian Robinson, Manny Santiago. That's who's going to be there. They're all very funny people. You're going to have a blast. Let's try to pack the room. Let's get some people into the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. And if you're one of the lucky early ones that utters the phrase that pays, I will take care of your entry fee. And if you're not one of the lucky ones, but you ain't got $10, look for me, okay? We'll get you in. We got ways. We got ways of making money. That's your Friday night. That's your Saturday night. That is it. There's not a lot of indoor comedy going on these days because it is beautiful here in central Pennsylvania. Moving into Sunday morning at 10:30, as every Sunday morning at 10:30, it's the supplemental. That's right. You get a little bit more of this. At 10:30 on Sunday mornings, we do 3 things. We tell you about your national days of the week. We tell you about a local community event or comedy event or something else that's going on. We try to spread it out there. And then we finish it off with This Week in History, trivia style. It's a fun time had by all. It's a great way to start your Sunday. There's your Friday. There's your Saturday. There's your Sunday. And we got a lot of beer left. So, what else is going on, T-Boone? That's a good thing you asked, listener. Listener, viewer. I'll check your comments in just a minute. No, I'll check your comments now. We did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll tell you about other things going on after I check your comments over here. Hey, Karen, the very funny and beautiful Karen Kay is watching. How cool is that? And if you're going Cherry Tongue Chick sounds like a good time. Also a hard name to remember. Grabbing a pizza at the show so long I'm going to start drinking in the parking lot. I love this guy. I can't wait to see my friend who is somewhere nearby. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we got you covered. Parks Casino, Harrisburg Comedy Zone, and me. It's a Mario. Tuesday and Thursday, you got two different mics, but they're kind of the same mic. They're both located at 110 Lime Kiln Road. They're both located inside the Comedy Zone. They both start at the same time, 8 o'clock. You sign up if you want to get there early. But they're different in that the Tuesday show are more seasoned comedians doing longer time. So that's a different experience for those of you who never go out to open mics. But it's a good time. But, you know, you got to get your own beer because they don't have a server. Because they don't have a crowd yet. We don't have a crowd in there on Tuesday nights. But it's a good way to get out of the heat. And it's going to be hot as heck on Tuesday. And Thursday, different set of factors there. You got a bunch of open mic comedians. And their talent ranges are the full spectrum. You got the really talented and you got the thanks for showing up people. But they're there. They're trying to make you laugh. And there's more of them and they do less time. So Tuesday, I call it the local mic. It's free to get in. Thursday, it's the open mic, and it's free to get in. So come on out, support live local comedy, even in the summertime. That is your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's your Tuesday. There is your Thursday. Is there anything else I need to tell you about over the course of half a beer left? I'll check the comments in just a second. Here's a very specific comment to a very specific person. Heather, you have 42 days. It's 42 days away. That's another project I'm looking forward to participating in. I can't wait for that to happen. Question of the week. If you haven't gone on the fan page yet and answered this week's question of the week, please do. We appreciate your input. It gives us something to talk about. This week's question, what's your favorite type of gum? Gum. Because if you listen to last week's episode, you'll find out that the person who invented gum, chewing gum, basically just started chewing on a failed tire experiment. He was trying to make a tire, it failed, so he put it in his mouth and goes, I think I'm onto something. Thank you, Mr. Wrigley. All right. I'm looking at my list, I'm checking it twice. Shoot, I completely forgot. I was so wrapped around getting you the names of the comedians performing right that I forgot to tell you that the Northeast Fire and Rescue, they took 3 of our fire departments, all volunteers, 100% volunteer fire departments. They took all 3 of them and they amalgamated them into what is now the Northeast Fire and Rescue. Their headquarters is located at 202, that's DC's area code in case you forget, 202 3rd Street in Enola. Saturday morning, starting at 10, they cooking up some chicken. Remember, in Pennsylvania, many fire departments are manned by volunteers. And those volunteers need to raise money to pay for equipment and training and stuff that they need to raise money for. It's not a night at Savannah's, if that's what you're thinking. They raise money for real causes. And they do it through a variety of means. They do the bingos and they do the chickens, and this is one of the chicken things. You go there, you give them your $12. $12 is going to get you a nice sized bird, like a half bird, and it's going to get you a roll and a pat of butter and a titer. You're going to get all of that for $12. But more importantly, you're donating money to the Northeast Fire and Rescue people located at 202 3rd Street in Enola. And donating to them money, it could come back to you in a great way that they'll be there when you need them because they're volunteers. And I'm a bad volunteer, man. We need you. Too late. You're not getting me today, baby. Hey, producer. Is Austria this weekend? Is there a race this weekend? Let's take a look at the comments. Oh, hi, Karen. Hi, Corey. Hi, Dave. Hi, everybody. $10 lunch at Savannah's. They are awesome. I'm great, Dave. Thanks for asking. I'm super. Thanks for asking. Fire department strippers. Yeah, if you haven't checked out the new season of Tires, check it out on Netflix. It's a great show. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have done all the things I come to do every Friday night at 6 o'clock. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you are a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Cheers along with me as we wrap this up. Arriba, e bajo, e centro, e pa dentro. Lunsby. And you're going to see me doing things, but other people aren't going to see me doing these things.